As a matter of fact, I hear people say that I'm still young, I still have time, hakuna was, tutafika tu hapo tu one day, you know. And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about, man? What the heck are you talking about? I mean, you are from probably 18 to 25 years old. You're thinking that you have time to build that success that you have. You are mistaken. You are mistaken, bruv. Because if you don't sit down and actually really think what you really want with your life in your 20s, you won't do that in your 30s. Why? Because your 30s you'll be having other priorities to focus on because you are much older. You get me? Now it is the time to build what you have to build. Now it is the time to actually build the success that you really want. Because if you don't sacrifice now, guess what? You won't start sacrificing in your 30s. Simply because by then you'll be having people who are looking up on you. You'll be having a freaking family, bruv. You won't find time to sacrifice anything. You get me? You won't find ample time to build anything that you really want. You won't find time to actually do what you're supposed to do to build that success. You'll be very busy feeding the mouse. That's what it is. You know, there's something that we call compounding effect. And time is so powerful when it comes to compounding. You know, have you ever seen that topographical picture and they have just cut a cross section of, I don't know, some mountain and all this? You see the layers of accumulation with time, you know. That thing actually did that with probably I don't know if scientific things are freaking making sense. 50 million years. What the heck is that? Is that even real, by the way? But it's okay. But they normally say like 20 million years. I don't know, 20,000 years. I'm like, it's okay. But you see the layers accumulating over time, and you understand that very clearly, that there was something that was doing those layers with time, and that is just the truth. That is the power of compounding, you know. And when I hear people say that I'm still young to do, I'm like, do you even understand what you are saying? You know, you are saying in the next 5 years you will be in the same spot, doing the same freaking jobs, doing the same shit. Do you understand that? Do you understand in the next 5 years you didn't have leveraged on the power of compounding effect? You wouldn't have leveraged on anything because you hata hujaanza anything, you haven't yet started anything. You don't have anything to leverage from. You don't have a compounding effect on your side. You have to understand, if you start now, in the next 5 years without stopping, you will be in a position to leverage the last 5 years. You get me? When other people are starting, you will be 5 years ahead. That is what it is. That is just what it is, people. You have to understand, you're not too old to be successful. I mean, there are children who have billions on the internet. You have come across them. Children with billions of money, you know. And you thinking that you are young, yet you are from 18 to 25. It's actually foolish. It's so freaking foolish. You are not young. Your time is now. Now is the time that you can freely just sacrifice everything, you know. I mean, there are kids out there showing up their abs and all this. They're so freaking jacked. And you are talking about, I don't know, you are young. What the heck are you talking about? You know? It means that in the next 10 years, if you're saying you are still young, probably if you are 24, by the way, like me, in the next 10 years, You'll be somewhere. You wouldn't be having anything simply because you didn't create anything. You see? That is what it is. Your kids will be looking at you and they're like, what the heck, Dad? What are you doing when you are young? I was saying I was young. What the heck? Didn't you know that we were coming? You get me? You have to understand. You have to put in the work and just allow it to compound, because in the next 10 years, if you put in a lot of work today, constant, as young as you are, you sacrifice everything. Guess what? In the next 10 years, you'll be driving that freaking BMW. Man, you will achieve success, and even people won't be in a position of understanding you. You'll be a freaking conspiracy, man. That is what it is. Simply because you did the work that you were supposed to do. Oh man. That is what it is. Do the work now, because you will actually be in a position of harvesting the fruits tomorrow. You know, there's no way you can say that you will plant today and then in the evening you will harvest. There's nothing like that. And that's why compounding is very powerful. If you start planting today, one at a time, one seed at a time, at a time, guess what? In the next 10 years, we'll be somewhere, you know. In the next 10 years, we won't be starting again, you know. I mean, you will be 10 years on top. You get me? That's what it is. Stop saying that you are still young. Stop saying that, thinking that my time is not yet here, you know, I'm a student. Stop giving all these bullshit excuses. You have to build it now. What if you, in the next 5 years, you didn't put in the work and saying that my mom would, I have parents who are providing for me. If you're saying that, it means if your parents get ill in the next freaking 5 years, you'll be paying on your pants simply because you don't have any money to cater for their health, you know. Probably they themselves will have already used all of their money on their health. And that is just what it is, people. Because life is so uncertain. Life is so uncertain. And if you're not preparing for that, I don't know what you are saying. I don't actually know what you are saying. You have to be in a position of sitting down with yourself and just understand, as young as I am, I have to be rich to evade the slavery mindset. I have to be rich to evade the slave jobs that are all over this world. Because guess what? All these jobs are slavery. That's what it is. That is just a fact. No one is... A very little contingent of people are doing jobs that they like. Very little contingent of people. All the rest are like, damn, I hate this job. Damn, because that is not just your purpose, man. You get me? That is not what you felt yourself doing when you are young. That is what it is. Start building that today. Stop waiting. Stop thinking that you have time. Stop thinking that you are young. Stop thinking that your parents are providing for you, or if they die, God forbid. That is what it is. Just go out there. Face yourself. Face all these tiny excuses. Stop watching that bullshit movie, sci-fi movie that you enjoy watching, because it's all bullshit. It will destroy you tomorrow, and you will be in the same freaking cycle of poverty like everybody else. And that is what we have to avoid. Simply because I don't know on social media you are following people who are actually achieving. I don't know, Bati, with his wife went to Dubai. Unaenda kuambia marafiki zako, oh, uliona Bahati? What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Uliona Adru Kibe? What the heck is that? Sijui Ronaldo. You saw Ronaldo. What the fuck? Sit down and just build your life. Build the story that you really want. Those are people who actually sat down and did what they were supposed to do, and that's why they are there. And you are admiring their results without considering what they had to do when they were young to actually achieve that right now. That is all it is. You are undermining every other action that they had to put in, every other sacrifice, every other pain that they had to go through to achieve that. You know? That is all it is. You have to stop wasting your resources. Like I said in the previous video, stop wasting your resources. Stop it. Just go out there and just be in a position of doing what you're supposed to do. You know? Leverage that compound effect. And then in the end, you'll be the freaking G. Everybody will be looking up on you. And they're like, what the fuck? That dude he just bought a freaking Rolls Royce in Kenya, man. They're like, fuck. That's so freaking outrageous. You'll be a conspiracy to them. Simply because you did what they thought wasn't possible. You get me? So start compounding now. Compound now. Do business now. Do it. It means in the next 10 years you'll be a 10-year genius about business. That is all it is. Compound. Be the best. Go there. We have to achieve. We have to become the best. We have to be the best monsters here on earth. Be the best. Adios.